The stop that shocked the room. The lights inside the America's Got Talent auditorium dim to a soft amber glow, and the familiar wave of excited murmurs travels across the audience like electricity. Everyone is buzzing, waiting for the next act, whispering about who might walk on stage. The judges settle into their seats, Heidi fixing her hair, Howie sipping from his cup, Sophia crossing her legs, and Simon scanning the stage with that razor-sharp, unreadable expression. A moment later, the massive stage doors open. Out walks a young Filipino performer, lean, nervous, dressed in a crisp white Elvis-inspired suit with sparkling accents, but with a modern touch that makes it uniquely his. His name tag reads Leon Gabriel, 22, and though he tries to smile, his hands tremble slightly. This is not just a performance to him. This is his dream stitched into every step he takes toward the center of the stage. He pauses under the blinding spotlight. The glow hits his face, revealing deep-set eyes full of hope and fear, a neatly styled pompadour, and a jaw that tenses every time he swallows. For a second, he looks up at the vast crowd, thousands of faces, strangers chanting for greatness. He thinks of home, his mother watching from Manila, his father saying goodbye before he left, his little sister posting on Facebook, "Kuya will make us proud." Then Simon leans forward. "Hello," Simon says, voice neutral but curious. "What's your name?" Leon takes a tiny breath. "My name is Leon Gabriel, from the Philippines, but back home people call me the Filipino Elvis." The audience reacts instantly. Cheers, claps, even a couple of people waving small Philippine flags they had tucked into their bags. The energy lifts the air, and Leon feels a bit steadier. His shoulders loosen. For the first time since walking out, he smiles, a small, shy, grateful smile. Heidi beams. "You look adorable. Do you sing Elvis songs?" Leon nods. "I grew up listening to him. My father loved him. Singing Elvis was how I learned English, and how I found my own voice." Simon raises an eyebrow, half impressed but still cautious. "All right then. We've seen many Elvis acts over the years. What makes you different?" Leon hesitates, searching for words. I think I sing it with my heart, with my story." Sophia nods gently. "We'd love to hear that." The music begins. Classic Elvis guitar, smooth and steady. Leon straightens, takes position, and holds the microphone with both hands to stop them from shaking. His breath slows. He closes his eyes. The entire auditorium falls into silence, waiting. He sings the first note. His voice is warm, velvety, with that familiar Elvis timbre, but softer, younger, filled with Filipino soul. He glides through the first few seconds effortlessly, weaving his nervousness into something delicate and sincere. The crowd leans in, surprised. Even the judges sit up a little straighter. But just 10 seconds into his performance, Simon raises his hand sharply. "Stop!" The word echoes like a slap across the room. Leon freezes mid-note. The music cuts abruptly. The entire audience erupts in a confused wave. Gasps, whispers, nervous laughter. Even Heidi looks at Simon with wide, questioning eyes. Leon's heartbeat crashes into his chest. Why did he stop me? Did I mess up? Is this it? His throat goes dry, his palms sweat. Years of singing on Manila streets, years of dreaming about this stage, years of saving money for the plane ticket. Did all of that just end in 10 seconds? Simon leans back, arms crossed. His expression is unreadable, which makes it even worse. Leon tries to speak, but his voice barely escapes. Did something go wrong? The silence hangs heavy, the kind that squeezes the air out of the room. A girl in the audience covers her mouth. A man whispers, "Is he too Elvis? Too similar?" A cameraman zooms in on Leon's trembling hands. Heidi gives Leon a soft, encouraging smile, but even she doesn't know what Simon is thinking. Leon feels the stage growing bigger beneath him, and him growing smaller. He swallows hard, chest tight, fighting the urge to crumble. This moment, this stage, was all he ever wanted. But now, the man who could change his life with a single yes has stopped him before he even began. And everyone can feel it. Something huge is about to happen. The twist nobody saw coming. The silence after Simon's command hangs in the air like a suspended breath. The entire theater is still. Thousands of eyes locked onto the young Filipino singer whose dream now dangles by a thread. Leon's pulse thunders in his ears. His fingers tremble against the mic stand. The bright stage lights suddenly feel too hot, too sharp, like they're exposing every insecurity he tried to bury. He stares at Simon, unable to read anything in those cold blue eyes. Finally, Simon leans forward. "You have a very good voice," he says calmly. The audience exhales, relieved, but Simon isn't finished. "But that wasn't you," the room gasps. Heidi's eyebrows shoot up. Sophia's lips press together anxiously. Leon's heart sinks again. "Not me? I don't understand." Simon continues, "We've heard Elvis impressions for years, and yours is good, very good. But this is America's Got Talent, not America's Got Imitators. I want to hear Leon, not Elvis." Leon blinks in confusion. He wasn't expecting this. All his life, people praised him for sounding like Elvis. It was his pride, his identity, his safe place. He opens his mouth to speak, but nothing comes out. His throat feels tight, his chest hollow. What does he want from me? Who am I without Elvis? Simon stands up, slowly, deliberately, and walks a few steps forward, his hands in his pockets. "Listen," he says, softer now. "The emotion in those 10 seconds was real, but it wasn't yours. It was Elvis's. If you want a real chance here, you need to show us your heart." The crowd is completely silent. This is no longer a critique, it's a challenge. Howie breaks the stillness. "Do you have another song? Or maybe your own version of one?" Leon hesitates, eyes flitting from judge to judge. Sweat beads at the back of his neck. His own version, his own voice, his own story. He has never done that on a stage this big. But suddenly, he thinks of his mother, who always told him, "You don't need to be Elvis, you just need to be Leon." He nods slowly. Can I try something?" he asks, voice shaky but determined. Simon gestures to the band. "Of course, take your time, show us who you are." Leon closes his eyes. His breaths come deep and shaky. He signals the band with a small motion, and the musicians quickly shuffle, whispering to each other, preparing for something stripped down, gentler, rawer. A soft acoustic guitar begins, then a warm piano chord, the opening notes of "Can't Help Falling in Love," but slowed, dramatically. Not Elvis's version, not any version people know. This is something else entirely. Leon grips the microphone with both hands. His voice, when it emerges, is delicate, not imitating, not performing, but confessing. Every syllable holds a piece of him, his dreams, his fears, his childhood memories, his hope to lift his family out of struggle. The theater changes. From the first line, the judges sit upright. Heidi's hand rises to her chest. Sophia's eyes widen. Even Simon's expression softens. His voice cracks slightly in the second line, not from lack of skill, but from emotion. And instead of breaking the moment, it makes it real, authentic, human. The melody is slow, haunting, almost spiritual. Each note feels carved from the deepest part of him. The audience leans forward without realizing it. A woman in the front row silently wipes away a tear. Someone in the balcony whispers, "Oh my God, this is no longer an impersonation. This is a revelation." As Leon sings the final chorus, his voice lifts, powerful, trembling, filled with something that can't be taught or copied. His eyes glisten, his chest rises with every breath. He is giving everything he has, his heart, his soul, his identity. The last note floats into the air like a prayer. When it fades, the silence is so complete that Leon wonders if he should apologize. But then, the entire audience erupts. A tidal wave of applause crashes through the theater. People leap to their feet. Some scream, some cry. Others chant his name, Leon, Leon, Leon. Heidi is already standing, Sophia too, tears sliding down her cheeks. But the reaction that stuns everyone comes from Simon. He isn't smiling. He isn't frowning. He is staring at Leon like he has just discovered something rare, something extraordinary. Then slowly, Simon's expression melts into a smile so genuine the crowd screams even louder. Leon feels his knees weaken. His vision blurs. He did it. He found his voice, and he didn't need Elvis to do it. What happened after the last note? The stage is still trembling from the applause when Leon lowers the microphone, his hands shaking uncontrol. Lovely. The explosion of cheers feels unreal, like a dream he might wake up from at any second. His chest rises and falls rapidly, and for a moment he just stands there. Overwhelmed, stunned, frozen between fear and joy. The judges are still on their feet. Heidi is wiping the corner of her eye with the back of her hand. Sophia looks like she's about to rush onto the stage to hug him. Howie is grinning with the proud excitement of someone who just witnessed a star being born. But all eyes turn towards Simon. Simon Cowell sits down slowly, his gaze fixed on Leon with an intensity the audience isn't used to seeing. His expression is thoughtful, not casual, not calculated, but deeply moved. He lifts his microphone and leans forward. "Leon," he begins, his voice calm but heavy with meaning. "I have judged talent shows for a very long time." The crowd quiets instantly, and I can tell you that what we just witnessed was not a performance. It was a transformation. Gasps ripple across the theater. Simon continues, his tone softening even further. "When I stopped you earlier, it wasn't because you weren't good. It was because I saw something in you, something that deserved more than a imitation. And I am so glad that you trusted yourself enough to show us who you really are." Leon feels his throat tighten. His vision blurs again, this time from tears. He presses a shaking hand to his chest, overwhelmed. Sophia jumps in next, unable to contain her emotion. "Leon, that was breathtaking," she says, her voice cracking slightly. "You didn't just sing the song, you lived it. You made everyone in this room feel something they weren't expecting to feel today." Heidi nods vigorously. "I have goosebumps over my entire body. You reminded us that music is not about sounding perfect, it's about telling a story, and your story touched all of us." The audience cheers loudly, echoing their agreement. Then Howie leans into his microphone with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. "You know," he says, glancing at Simon, "a performance like that, it doesn't happen often." The crowd hushes again, sensing something big. "Howie," Simon warns playfully, but it's already too late. The audience is buzzing. A man in the balcony shouts, "Golden buzzer!" Someone else yells, "Do IT!" Leon covers his mouth, shaking his head. He never even dreamed of hearing that chant. Not here. Not today. Howie grins. "Leon, I think the world needs to hear your voice, not as Elvis, not as anyone else, just as you." The golden button glows on the judge's table like it's waiting for destiny. Then, bam! Howie slams the golden buzzer with both hands. The theater explodes. The iconic golden buzzer music blasts through the speakers as brilliant golden confetti erupts from the ceiling, swirling across the entire auditorium. The audience screams, jumps, cries. Some even wave their phones wildly in the air to capture the moment. Leon collapses to his knees, overwhelmed by emotion. He covers his face with both hands as tears stream down his cheeks. The golden rain showers over him, sparkling against his white suit like he's standing inside a star. Heidi rushes toward the stage steps, followed by Sophia, both of them cheering and clapping. Howie stands, raising his arms triumphantly. Even Simon looks emotional, something incredibly rare for him. After a moment, Simon walks onto the stage himself. He steps gently through the falling confetti until he reaches Leon, placing a hand on his shoulder. Leon looks up, eyes wide, still crying. Simon gives him a warm and unexpectedly tender smile. "Leon," he says softly, "I'm proud of you." The audience loses their minds. Leon collapses into a hug, and Simon pats his back. "You found your voice today," Simon continues. "Never lose it again." Leon nods, tears streaming, unable to speak. He stands as the other judges join him, wrapping him in a group hug under the golden storm. The Philippine flags in the audience wave proudly. Fans chant his name. Others wipe their own tears. In that moment, a boy from Manila becomes a global story. A new AGT legend is born, and somewhere among the roar of the crowd, Leon looks up at the raining confetti, whispering to himself, "This is for my family. This is for the Philippines."